The concept of cleansing or cleaning your healing crystals focuses on removing dirt that may have surrounded it and have blocked its electromagnetic vibrations. More than that, cleansing also focuses on removing negative energies that may have been stored in your healing crystal, rendering it less effective. With this, you can approach the cleansing part as a general routine, one that is required in owning your healing crystals. Being able to obtain and purchase them is half of the work, just as cleansing and charging will be the other. And so, in this section, we will be suggesting a number of ways how you can make sure that your healing crystals are in tip-top shape. 1. Rinsing it with tap water. Of all the ways to clean your healing crystals, this one perhaps is the most practical due to its easy and quick method. By rinsing your healing crystals with tap water, you are essentially removing majority of the non-stick dirt around it. Rinsing it will wash over all the dust that have been accumulated. Furthermore, scrubbing them with tap water may also energize the ions present in it, making it recharged at some point. Nevertheless, when you are in doubt, this method can be a surefire one, given its difficulty level. 2. Engulfing it briefly in fire. Looking at ancient history of crystals, fire is often an element which is deemed necessary in purging the unwanted energies present in it. Fire is often an element that is revered not because of its creative power, for a single spark can cause a whole forest to burn. Rather, it is viewed highly because of its transformative power, one that removes and destroys. With this, by placing your healing crystals under heat, we hope to clean out the stored negative energies in it. While not applicable to all crystals, the function of some healing crystals is to absorb unwanted energies. By using this method of briefly engulfing them in flames, we hope to burn those negative energies with it, making our crystals an empty vial once again. As such, black healing crystals, which usually absorb negativity around us, can strongly benefit from this method. And by this, we don't mean that you have to burn your crystals to death. Although they are gemstones that have proven their toughness over time, leaving them in burning flames might still damage them. Thus, using this method is more complex than simply washing it with tap water. One has to be careful because aside from dealing with the flames, overexposure to it may not only damage the crystal but also remove its stored energies. 3. Soaking it in salt water. Aside from flames and tap water, another method to clean your healing crystal is to soak it in salt water. If you have a physical wound, people often say that it's best for you to take a dip at the beach. This is because the unique combination of minerals and ions from salt water can possibly help the cleaning process. Historically, we can also see significant socio-cultural accounts where one has to take a dip in the seas in order to cure diseases such as leprosy. In this case, the same method can be applied to your healing crystal. By soaking it, and not simply rinsing, you are able to thoroughly clean and remove energies away from your crystal, restoring it back to its original form. This is possible given that salt water contains ions from salt, making it wash over the acquired negative ions on your crystal. Thus, the next time you have a trip to the beach, don't forget to bring your healing crystals with you, or you can simply take home a certain amount of water. The suggested is 250 milliliters per 50 grams of healing crystal, or a 1:5 ratio, and leave it in a container overnight, 8 hours. 4. Through meditation. Perhaps the universal method of dealing with supernatural powers, meditation is revered for its power to transcend the physical states and serve as a gate towards a more spiritual journey. Given that our healing crystals are often beyond the clinical states of healing, meditation is a key method in trying to clean our crystal's internal residue. Specifically, the process of meditation seeks to empty our minds with unnecessary thoughts and ideas. It focuses on the affairs of the present, cleaning our cup of notions that won't improve us. The same method is sought to be applied on healing crystals, making them more viable for absorbing or releasing the vibrations and energies that we need in our lives. When we use certain healing crystals, we often direct our intentions to it. For instance, in using nephrite or jade, we seek to have balance in our own affairs as it regulates our aggression. But constantly using it without cleaning it can cause it to become less effective. By redirecting our thoughts and meditating on these jade stones, we are able to bring back its restorative powers. As such, meditation is often best paired with other cleaning methods, complementing whatever other method that you might have used in the process. By doing meditation, you are able to cleanse the crystal internally, ensuring that it is ready to do its succeeding tasks. Point 5. Using selenite. Another method that is widely used in conjunction with other cleaning methods is the use of selenite. Similar to the crystal quartz, selenite has the ability to absorb the stored negative energy in your healing crystal. As such, selenite is particularly associated with the cleaning properties given that it can absorb negative energies stored in your crystal. As a healing crystal, the function of selenite is to create a shield against negative energies. When used on an individual, it seeks to aid in removing personal patterns that aren't effective for progress. In this case, using it on crystals presumes the same effect. More popularly, selenite cleaning is often done in conjunction of other methods just as meditation. But if such is the case, the common method here is by way of the selenite wand, which should be waved over your healing stones. By doing this, you are shielding your stones from other energies, ensuring that the fresh ones are stored properly inside. Another method is leaving your crystals around selenite for at least 6 hours. This method is more of a selenite-heavy approach, using it as your main cleansing style. Point 6. Directing white light. Commonly understood as a universal concept in the world of spirituality, white light is the home of positive energies. Throughout different practices, white light can have different names and symbols, all of which refer to the positive energy that can be used to either banish or purify negative energies in any given space, item, or even person. In this case, white light can be utilized to purify healing crystals. By directing white light to your used healing crystal, it can cleanse the impurities away by negating the negative energies with positive ones. You can do this simply by enhancing and directing your pure focus on visualizing a ray of white light at your healing crystal. By doing this, it gives you access to higher planes of existence, metaphysical, as a source of energy for this activity. The key is not in understanding where this white light comes from due to its mystical existence. More often than not, it works better to simply put the work in and believe that it works. This is also a convenient universal method given that it can be used with other methods of cleaning your healing crystals. Point 7. Smudging. Both in cleaning and charging crystals, smudging is one of the heavily regarded ways given its versatility. Depending on your intention, smudging can be a form of cleaning crystals given that the compound being smudged on it has properties that wash away the negative energies. When doing smudging, the crystal user must physically rub the compound of their choice on the crystal, creating a strong physical connection between the two articles. For instance, in cleansing your healing crystals, you can use lavender and peppermint oils and simply rub them over your crystal. While you have to wash them over afterwards, these oils or even the herbs itself can provide a good deal of rebalancing of positive and negative energies. The point in crystal cleansing is to bring back the initial properties of the crystal itself, making smudging one of the viable methods as long as the selected herbs are apt for the task. Meaning, the caveat in this method is by making sure that we select the right herb, which requires expertise in the herb healing methods. Furthermore, infusing it with some oils may damage the crystal if we are not familiar with the intricacies in it. Thus, such reasons make this method left for the advanced crystal users. Point 8. Washing in the river. Going back on the easier side, another way to cleanse your healing crystals is by washing it over fresh water. While tap water may do, it usually is purified in order for it to be potable. Such process of purification essentially removes all the natural ions stored in fresh river water. In the same way, soaking it in seawater is strongly infused by salt, making it too one-sided in its approach. Given that you don't want both conditions to affect your crystal, your best bet of using water is through the fresh ones found in riverbanks. The flow of Mother Nature is strong on this one, allowing your crystal to simply breathe. Due to its naturally purified state, river water contains all the essential nutrients from a natural source, making it a perfect candidate for a holistic cleanse on your healing crystal. Furthermore, the vast ecosystem found in rivers allows it to achieve a different state of complexity. As a crystal user, you should take advantage of this resource, thus, make sure that on your next camping trip down the lake, bring your healing crystal with you. 9. Purify with salt. Aside from soaking it in salt or seawater, another way to heal crystals is by purifying it with salt. This method can be different given that salt itself is the only component. Depending on how you intend to apply it, salt can be smudged around the crystal as you are actively involved in the whole cleansing process. Or, if you do not have time for that, you can also opt for a salt soaking session, where you can leave your healing crystal inside a jar of salt overnight, 8 hours. This will ensure that the cleansing properties of salt will work deep within your healing crystal. The key here is making sure that your crystal won't reach the salt erosion stage where its texture and appearance may be affected by being soaked too much. Although salt is most probably neutral, this is a point that we have to take note of just to avoid unwanted damage. Thus, it is important to know if the crystal you are using is compatible with salt purification as a cleansing method. 10. Sound therapy. Compared to all the other cleansing methods, this one might be the least popular or even unorthodox. But if we try to look at things from a different perspective, the usage of sounds is actually one of the ancient ways of clearing the mind. Commonly found in Asian practices, sound therapy is a way to clear out one's thoughts, removing idle ideas that grabs one's attention and focus. Furthermore, some researchers would say that letting your child listen to classical music can improve their listening skills. As such, sound in itself is a great way to improve and influence the psyche. How much more healing crystals? The way to do it is by placing your crystal in a bronze bowl and use a gong-like method or a chant in order to drive away those negative energies away from your healing crystal. Repeat this method until you are satisfied. Furthermore, this method can be used in conjunction with other cleansing methods or even charging methods that include overtime charges such as exposing your crystal to moonlight. By cleaning it with sound and not removing it from the bronze bowl, you may possibly amplify the effect of the charging itself. 11. Smoke or incense. Another ancient method in cleansing the mind and the body. The use of smoke or incense can strongly change the course of the energies in the healing crystal. Depending on your intention, the use of smoke or incense can banish away the negative vibrations that were stored in your healing crystal, hoping to restore it in its original form. Aside from such, holy smoke or incense has the property of amplifying whatever intention is present, elevating both the mind and the body onto the spiritual plane. The same premise can be present on healing crystals, where smoke or incense can act as a way of amplifying the intention that is present in the energies of your own crystal. For example, using smoke to cleanse your cassiterite makes it more powerful in helping you achieve your dreams as it amplifies this effect. Carrying a smoked cassiterite is better than one that hasn't been subject to such tedious process. Furthermore, you may integrate spell chants while doing this, improving the effectivity of the whole process. 12. Holy water. Last in this list is the use of holy water. While not all may use this method given the varying opinions on the viability of holy water, this is still enlisted as one of the many ways to cleanse your healing crystal. Regardless of one's religion, each may have its form of holy water. What is common among all religions is that their holy water is most likely prayed over and infused with good intentions over time. This is why such article can be used to banish evil spirits together with a unique chant or prayer. In this case, especially in black healing crystals, holy water can be a wonderful companion in cleaning them. Given that black healing crystals usually store negative energy and vibrations around us, even a slight sprinkle of this blessed article will improve its state. Such is not because of some property present in the holy water, but because of the intentions and prayers that were imbued with over time. Thus, the next time you are cleaning your healing crystals, consider using this method as well. Quick wrap-up: in this section of the article, we have presented to you numerous ways of cleaning your healing crystal.